I don't need other people or organizations to protect me when it relates to voiceover rates. I don't need that. Maybe you think you do need it and you want to be part of a group. And the GVAA or whatever rate guide is something that helps you out, helps kind of protects you, hedges you in.
Gives you confidence.
Gives you confidence. I don't need that. I've been watching a lot of VO coaches and VO organizations talk about voiceover rates. It's kind of intriguing to me. And a lot of them, here's their basic message. Now, it might be said a little bit differently than this, but they do use a lot of these words. Here's what they say. VO talents need to charge fair market rates. This is only right because it is the unselfish thing to do and it protects the VO industry and VO talent. That's a lot of it in a nutshell, even though they might say it differently and explain it differently. And it seems to me that this prevailing thought is pretty much accepted by a lot of people in the voiceover industry. I never accepted it because I didn't know it. And now when I think about it, I still think, I'm not sure. And if you don't accept this, you're selfish and you don't care about the VO industry or other VO talent. So let's break this down for just a moment. Fair market rates. When they say fair market rates, who determines fair market rates? Is it GVAA? Are they the gold standard? Is it Gravy for the Brain over in the UK? Is it SAG-AFTRA, the union? Who determines fair market rates? Because they all have different rates as well. Their rates are arbitrary. We have to all admit it. Why? Because there was no VO God that came down from VO heaven and took his finger and wrote on the VO stone tablets, this is what you must charge. And another thing, just a practical thing, all of these people that talk this way, I've never received a check from these people to pay my bills. And almost always, these same people have something to sell me. They want to sell me something about their course or how they do business or their marketing strategies or their demos or whatever. And so we can leave that for another time. What about selfish? You know, Hudson, I'm always skeptical, and this isn't just VO, but I'm always skeptical whether it's Democrats saying this about Republicans or Republicans saying this about progressives or Democrats or people in industry saying this about, unions and unions saying this about non-unions. When somebody says that you're selfish, I'm always a little skeptical of people who label other people selfish. All the while they tell them what to do and are happy to sell products, training, demos, conferences, etc. They say to you, you're selfish, but then they turn around and it looks like it's kind of self-centered, or at least they think that, no, this is going to help you. Not only charge these rates, but also I'll help you become somebody that can get these rates.
So the only way you can make it is by using my stuff.
Correct. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. To me, that sounds self-serving. I'm not questioning people's motives. I don't know people, most people. I'm just saying when somebody says that, my ears perk up and I go, I've lived long enough to see people calling each other selfish. And usually it's a projection. Anyway, how about this one? Break this down. Protects the VO industry and talent. Personally, I don't need someone I don't know or know what their motives are to protect me. I'm doing just fine. Tell me what you make in VO alone, and I might just give you my ear. If somebody makes good money and is continuing to grow their business VO alone, I want to know how they're doing it. That's interesting to me. Maybe they're doing it differently and I can learn something from them. I certainly have a lot to learn. And I don't think the VO industry needs protection. That's my opinion. I don't think it needs protection. It's done fine, it's doing fine, and it'll be fine in the future if it changes and adapts to meet market supply and demand. I think it's going to be fine. Will there be a small group of people that get huge paychecks? Probably not anymore. Will AI come and take some low-hanging fruit? Probably. I don't know. But I think it'll do just fine. If it doesn't do just fine, I don't know what to do about that. It's like the same argument of, you want to drive a horse and buggy, or do you want to drive, if something comes along, you want to drive a car? If something comes along that's better, well, technology is going to win out. Something better is going to win out. You can cry all you want about the horse and buggy and say, we need to go back to that. We like the old days. But if technology comes and supplants that, what are you going to do? You're going to have to change and adapt as market supply and demand changes. So anyway, that's kind of a little bit of a philosophical thing too. But bottom line is, again, not against standard rates. I have my own standard rates. I have since day one, basically. They have changed, I'll be honest, because I wasn't confident when I first was out there. I just didn't charge as much. Now I stand my ground more. I probably am right around the GVAA rates, but a lot of times,
But you're willing to be flexible.
I
You
charge
don't-
less
you
because
don't open up your mic not
Right.
for something.
Right. Nope.
If you're not busy,
Yep.
I'll take it. And that's what I've had to learn to do. Now I'm not where you're at, but that's what I learned to do too.
And again, some of it is because I'm not stuck on this project has to be this much. I'm more on how much am I going to be able to make in a day. And some people say, I don't want to work that hard. I don't want to do 10 projects in a day. And that's fine. Just fine. Do your business the way you want to do your business. But again, don't let people tell you what to do. You do you. Have a good business plan that works, and then work that plan. And that is also your rates.